If you're anything like me, you're looking to improve your golf game in any way that you can, and especially on the days that you can't get out on the course. So obviously golf in VR is like someone like mine. I mean, it's my dream come true. Oh my goodness, and we're close because some of these games are really getting good. Golf Plus, by my opinion, is just the best one out there, and it's really lifelike as far as swings go. And with new golf club attachments coming out for VR, almost every month, if we can find a good one, I wonder if this can improve my game. So I want to take this new one to the test. This is the VR Golf Club extension for Oculus Quest 2 Defanti VR Golf Club adapter. Look at this thing. It's weighted so that it's an actual weight of a golf club, and you can totally extend it so that it's the length that you need right down at your feet. I'll tell you why that's a big deal. We'll do the whole review. It's all coming up right now. So we're going to get started here. I'd love it if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Obviously, it helps me out and it helps you get some good information because I'm getting some good products for you so you can improve not only your golf game, but your life and just your overall happiness in general, whether it's in VR or anywhere else. But this is really cool because not only is it weighted, it's so simple to just telescope and make as long as you need. Anybody can make this about the length of a golf club. So this is really helpful because if you've watched my channel, I did a review on the Deadeye VR Golf Club, which is this guy, and at full length, I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. I also want to let you know that I'm recovering from a broken wrist in my right hand, and I'm right-handed. So, spoiler alert, I'm going to show a picture of my stitches real quick just so you can see what I'm dealing with. If you don't want to see that, look away for 5 seconds starting right now. That is me with the broken wrist after surgery. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with, and that was only 3 weeks ago. So you can come and look back now, but I wanted you to see that because that's what I've been recovering from, and this Defanti Golf Club accessory has helped me rehab to get my golf swing back. Now you're going to see me swinging, and I'm not going to make a lot of great shots because I can't even trust my hands right now. I don't even know. I don't have full extension of my wrists, and I'm just able to get a golf swing through. So you'll see some of my swings here coming up are a little bit off. It's definitely not because of the club, and that's what I wanted to let you know. It's only because I'm recovering 3 weeks from a broken wrist and 21 stitches with a metal plate and like 5 screws. I smashed it on an EUC. If you want to know anything about electric unicycles, just check out my channel and you can see the whole story of what happened right there. So with that being said, why is this important? Well, first of all, I'm going to show you some game footage, but I need to let you know what's important about the biggest drawback of the other VR accessory I have, and that's the Deadeye VR Golf Club. Now, they're about the same price, and you can get both of them on Amazon or wherever, but the Deadeye is only goes, like 6 inches past the grip? So the problem with that, while it's comfortable and it works and everything, it's not weighted correctly. And I remember, and there's some comments in the video that I did on the review for the Deadeye on this channel, if you play with that thing for like, I don't know, a couple rounds in VR, once you go and pick up a real golf club, it is a rude awakening, folks, because the weight that you've gotten used to thinking that this is like a real club in VR, because, your brain is tricked. It thinks that it's a real club because it sees the length, but the weight is off. And so once you go and pick up a real club in real life, it feels like it's 1,000 pounds. I remember thinking to myself, holy crap, like this thing is so heavy. And it's true because you're used to a completely wrongly weighted golf club. So once you get out in real life, it took me like 30 minutes to get my swing down. Not only is it accurately weighted, but the length is accurate too. So you can set it that it's perfectly to the length right down towards the ground, and your brain can now believe that it's a golf club. And when that happens in VR, something just takes over where it's like, wait a minute, I can play golf every day. So first I'm going to show you what I love about this. Then I'll get into a couple things that I would change or actually just kind of don't like about this or what I wouldn't use this for. And then at the end, is this worth buying? And would I use this in my arsenal of things that I can do in VR? And will it help my golf game? That's the whole point of this. Like, will this improve my game in real life? Stick around to the end and you'll find out. So the first thing we'll want to do is go to settings and then head over to controls. Now you'll see there's a whole bunch of accessories that you can scroll through, but the only one you're going to want is the one you have, which is custom. And now we need to set this up, and that's why this game is so perfect for this controller. Now you'll see me there on the right corner, and what I'm going to do is we need to place that controller on the club where it should be in what feels natural. So we're holding the grip button down and moving the controller. So I'm taking my offhand and putting it where it should be on the grip. I'm making it feel like it should be in place of the grip. And at that point, the controller is where it should be on the club, just like this. So now, when my left hand feels like it's on the grip, my right hand is setting the controller angle. And this is really going to matter. If you just set it up straight, it's going to be angled when you commit to it, because there's like a 10% angle in the Defanti accessory. So you'll see me, I've got it compensated for that, and it feels perfect. It's straight. And don't worry, it took me like a minute to get this. You'll figure it out. But if you were to put it straight up and down vertically like this, then look at the angle it would feel like once you go to commit to it. That's no good. It just feels super like it's in front. So now I'll just kind of tilt it a little bit and release the grip button. And now as I wiggle it, it just feels the weight is just in the right place. I hit trigger to commit to it. And now we're set and we're ready to go. I mean, we are playing golf in VR, in the metaverse, and it didn't cost us hardly a thing. So let's play a little bit. This is Golf Plus. I'm just going to go. And remember, folks, I am 3 weeks out of a surgery where they put a huge, long 4-inch plate in my wrist, my main wrist, my right hand, 4 screws or whatever, I think 21 stitches. And I'm only like 2-3 weeks out. So I'm using this as a training tool because golf is all about your hands. And so with accurate weight, I can get the feel of what my hands need to do again. So no, my shots aren't great, you're about to see. But this is completely what would be happening if I were to be swinging and playing golf in real life right now. And so for somebody who's trying to get their confidence back and can't really get out on and do it in real life because I can't have impact on my wrist yet, this is a dream. For anybody else, maybe it's raining. Maybe it's just super hot. We're in the dead of the summer right now as I'm recording this. You can play this every single morning and get a quick 9 in, get a quick round in. And you'll now have a tool with the Defanti that allows you to match the weight of the club with what you're seeing with the length in VR. And there's just something about that matching of the weight and the length that it just, the immersion is there. And here I just kept my hands open, and that's why you see a little bit of a fade. And, now we're in the bunker. So we'll just do some chip and putt, right? And that's really fun with this because, I could sit in there's like a option to do like a driving range and like a chip and putt. There's so many options in this game. I could sit there with this Defanti accessory and just chip all day because that's something I'm terrible at in real life. And just getting confident at seeing positive feedback of myself doing it the right way and getting the right feel and having the right weight distributed the right way, paired with the right length. How do I need to say anything more to sell you as a training tool? Now, that's probably what would have happened in real life because I didn't really commit to my shot, and so here I did, and I had a much better chip, and I almost hold it out. So I got to tell you, I really think this is something that you're going to be excited about. And the best thing about Golf Plus is that you don't need any Velcro to see the lines. Some people use Velcro that this club does come with to strap around the grip buttons so that you can see the lines on the green. But all you have to do is just raise the golf club in real life, and it shows the grid on the green. You'll see that I pulled the nose of the putter a little bit there, and that's what happened. I went a little bit left. I was frustrated with myself, and here we are closing it out. It's so realistic, and it's so lifelike, and I can't tell you how much you're going to enjoy this because you're going to be able to practice in the comfort of your own home in the air conditioning without having to pay any greens fees, and you can listen to a podcast while you're doing it, and you can just get confident and be, just so positive when you stand over the club because you've practiced and put the hours in, and then when you go and do it in real life, it'll transfer over because the weight is very similar to a golf club in real life. What a great tool to have in your bag when you're practicing in VR. So let's get into one of the things that I would not recommend this for, and that's Walkabout Mini Golf. This is one of the most popular games in VR for golf, and it's a really fun putt-putt course that they've put a lot of time into. There's a social aspect of it, but there's no way to customize your club like we just did in Golf Plus. So right now I'm holding it at my waist, and look, it's like 3 feet out in front of me. My hand is not there. It's not there at all because I'm holding it at the base of the club. It thinks it's where the controller is, like 3 feet in front of me. So this is not acceptable. But you can see there's nowhere to adjust. When you do the angle, that's only going up and down. It's not left and right, so that doesn't help anything. And there's no way to compensate for that 10% that I showed you back in Golf Plus either. So there's just a whole lot of going wrong in this. But there is, I'll show you a way. You still can use it, and I'll show you. This is what happens. As I bring it down, the club shortens, and it will never go longer than the floor. Okay? So you still, yes, could use it, but it's still at an angle. Like it should be like this, but it's actually like this when I hold it normal. And so, I mean, whatever. I can still do this, and it still kind of works. And it does feel like the weight is there, but you're having to give up, the angle, and the hand is down there, and it breaks the immersion for me. It's not the same as Golf Plus. And if you're going to do that, I don't know if I would use this if it was the only thing that I had. But I wouldn't use this if I was only going to play a game like this. And that's what I'm trying to say. If you're trying to just play recreationally with your significant other, a game of putt-putt, you just want to screw around with your buddies when they come over and maybe play it every now and then, okay. But you can see it's not nearly as accurate as I'd like it to be because there's an angle to it. And it just doesn't feel right. So, if I were... just playing putt-putt, I probably would get a different accessory. I wouldn't. It's not what this is for. But I'll tell you something. If I'm trying to shave strokes off my game, then I would get Golf Plus. I would get this accessory, the Defanti, and I would just practice every single day, and I can't wait to do it. So is this worth it? Will it shave strokes off of your golf game? Yes, absolutely. But it's only for the right people. Think of this as like an actual tool to put in your golf bag. You're just doing it in VR, and you can do it every single day. You can do it every morning. And the reason that that's really helpful is because I've experienced this. VR has improved my golf game alone before I even got this club. The only problem was the weight was off. So I want to tell you what happened to me. I bought the Deadeye, which is something we've already talked about. And while it is better than not having anything, it's got a golf grip and everything, but it's only about 8 inches long. It's not long enough nearly to represent a golf club. And so the weight, when you're looking at it through the VR goggles, your brain thinks, well, it's the length of a club. I'm swinging a real club, and this must be the actual weight of it. So if you just play VR with any attachment that's not lifelike for a couple rounds, even just like an hour or two, go pick up a golf club. It was like, I can't pick this thing up. Like, it felt so heavy because I got used to the weight being unbalanced and not lining up with the length that my brain was seeing. That's the reason that I think this is really helpful, because even though that was the case, I was able to fix my driver in VR. And now that I have a club that's weighted, I'm going to be able to practice legitimately in VR. When you say fix your driver, this is what I mean. I have not been able to hit a driver like my whole life. So there's probably a lot. Comment below. Are you like me? You just cannot figure out one of the clubs in your bag. I cannot figure out a driver no matter what it is. I don't know. And every time I stand over it, I have this fear of oh my God, here comes my driver. Well, I got to hit it this hole, but you're almost expecting to screw up. And the way that your brain works, it doesn't work on do's and don'ts. Like, don't screw up, don't screw up. All you're focusing on is screwing up. And so that's what happens. Well, what if you could flip the script on that? And every morning when you wake up, you have your cup of coffee, you throw on your VR headset, grab Golf Plus. It's less than a round of golf, and you have multiple courses, and then you have your Defanti VR golf club adapter, which is absolutely the only training tool that you need for VR, because it's long enough to represent the club length that you're seeing in VR, and it's got the weight of an actual club. I'm going to tell you right now, I got very, very comfortable standing over my driver in VR because I had the time of just sitting in my apartment and just like figuring it out. And so once I got confident enough, I would just get my driver. My driver became my most fun club to hit in VR once I practiced enough with it, because the game, Golf Plus, is so accurate that I could get good enough feedback of what I was doing wrong, and I finally figured out where to transfer my weight. I was just staying too far on my back foot, and I need to come forward more. I figured things out, and I love my driver in VR. Well, when I went to the driving range, the first time that I had picked up a real actual golf club in like 3 months, after about 30 minutes of just hitting a 9-iron, trying to get the regular feeling of a golf club back because I was so used to the unbalanced weight of the wrong accessory, not the Defanti. Well, I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull my driver out and see if I can hit it because I love it in VR now. I wonder if this transfers over. Boom, down the middle, nutted. Boom, down the middle, nutted. Boom, down the 3 for 3, just crushing my driver and giggling like every single time because the confidence that I had in VR transferred over to standing over the ball with my driver in real life. And now instead of feeling like, oh God, it's my driver, now I'm in real life feeling like, yeah, it's my driver. And that's the difference. So if you compare that confidence with the weight distribution accurately representing what you're seeing in the VR headset, yo, I'll see you on the course. I'm shaving strokes by the day. I hope you are too. You can get this on Amazon. You can get it in the description. It's all there. I want you to check this out. They have a whole how to put it together. That's why I'm not spending a lot of time on this today. It's all right there on the Amazon link. You can click below and grab it. It would help me out if you did. I'll grab an affiliate, I don't know, 10 cents or something, and it won't cost you anything. But if you could at least like and subscribe, I'm going to have more like this coming. I hope you like this. I hope you get this because it will absolutely, with my endorsement, it will scrub I don't know. I'm not going to say how many strokes off your game because it depends on how hard you train. But it's basically as many strokes as you want to shave. Boom, get them off your card because now you have a way to practice every day, rain or shine, in the comfort of your own home.